Okay. Alright. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and start streaming. I wanted to come home and just start streaming so badly, and I'm just not gonna wait for the countdown to end. Um, so we're gonna do this again. Uh, I had to restart OBS. I've had to restart my Switch several times. I don't know what's wrong with the sound. I think I'm just gonna have to get a new capture card, which means that I'm gonna have to play a lot of computer games, which is fine. Which is fine until I get a new one that will be better in the long run. And unless I can figure out what in the world is wrong with my capture card. So, without further dudes, let's go and try to defeat Ganon one more time. I apologize that there's no sound. I have been working with this for several hours trying to get it to do the thing. So, I'm just gonna sit here and talk to you guys. I'm also gonna be in a full concentration mode with this game. I just need to focus on what I'm doing, and I finally got my sensor bar to be better, and hopefully my microphone won't be. Okay. We'll just watch through this again. I know I can skip it, but we'll just talk through it. So I don't know why I don't have sound. My headphones work. Everything decides to work. Everything else works. Just my Wii's being funky, and I think it actually has to do with the capture card because the Wii works. Take a moment to appreciate your surroundings. For where we stand shall serve as your tomb for eternity. Yep. I saw a comment on another video of this battle, and it says, "Ah, yes, Link versus Akuma," and I was like, "That's so right." So there is a game that you are this warrior, and it's pretty much like Japanese God of War, and I think it's amazing. And yeah, Ganon looks a lot like Akuma. And we've seen this. In fact, the first time we came to Ganon, and I decided, oh god, we needed the shield, we needed the Hylian shield, and everything else, and I needed to have better potions, or more potions, and we got a heart medal from, what's his face, Heedle. So, I'm ready to go, I think. Yeah, my... Yep, Demise. Alright, full concentration mode on this. Hey, Taz. Okay. All right. All right. Come on. Okay. No, shit. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Give me your sword. Come on. Come on, Link. Get your sword. Oh, this is not a good pattern. Come on, one more, one more, one more. No, come on. Ugh. God damn it. Okay. Yes, I know there's no game audio. Why can't we focus? Why can't we... Okay, come on. I hit him. Come on, Link. Hold your sword up. Hold your sword up. Come on. I know there's no game audio in the stream. No! Oh, we're going 3. Alright. The only problem that I'm having right now is that I will have to quit. So no, I know there's no game audio. I fought with my capture card for about an hour and it won't give me sound. So, I think I'm gonna need a new capture card. I don't know what I'm gonna have to need to do with it. So, but I know what I need to do for the fight. If I can just get through this fight, then that'll be stream, and we'll get ready for tomorrow. I know that I told you that we were gonna do a Phasmophobia stream. If you can be there, that's great. If you can't be there, that's okay. So that's fine. I said I'm just really focused on trying to get this guy right now. I'll fix and figure out my capture card at another time. I know everyone's like, oh, Elgato's so good, Elgato's so good. I'm like, well, some of us can't afford an Elgato capture card. Well, if you can't do it, it's fine. If things happen, I'm not holding you to it. It's just something I thought would be fun to do, like right before. Why is it? Okay. Hey Suko, how are you? No, 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 no. Shit. Why can't I get struck by lightning? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on, no, 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 not this again. Come on. Come on. Come on. Not this pattern again. Come on. Of course. Why I can't focus on Ganon is a mystery I will never know. Okay. Yes! 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 Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh shit! Okay. I think that's it. I'm not sure. Third phase? Phase 3? Maybe? Okay. Ugh, thank you so much, Ugba. I'm so sorry you have no audio for this. The audio in this is amazing. Please go on YouTube, watch this fight afterwards, after the stream. This is all I'm doing for stream today. I don't have anything else planned. Oh my god, the sword disappeared! Holy shit! It's It's been so long since I've seen this part. Extraordinary. You stand as a paragon of your kind, human. You fight like no man or demon I have ever known. Though this is not the end. Oh my god! Hold on. My hate never perishes. It is born anew in a cycle with no end. Oh, go away, Microsoft 360. I don't care. I will rise again. Yes, you will. Next game. Those like you, those who share the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero, they are eternally bound to this curse. Oh snap! Here we go. This is it. This is where we figure it out. An incarnation of my hatred shall ever follow your kind, dooming them to wander a blood-soaked sea of darkness for all time. He does look like Akuma. Holy shit. Oh my god, I didn't think I was gonna do it this time. Oh! Holy fuck, okay. Oh my god. We did it. I cannot believe we did this. Oh my god. I just hate that there's no sound because this is such a good soundtrack. I have confirmed the eradication of the Demon King. His residual consciousness has been absorbed into the Master Sword and is now sealed away. Okay, so as I've said several times, this is the... Oh, wait, hold on. We did it! Yay! You have done well, citizen. Well, thank you, Impa. I appreciate that. Oh, it's Chris and Zelda! Yay! Citizen. Aw, thank you. I think it's over. Finally, it's all over. Aw, so you don't cry. It's okay. Nice going, you two. You guys are totally amazing in this little adventure. I like to call it the Legend of Groose. Lol. That's a little joke. Dude, quick, just let her cry, joke or not. Your contributions to our efforts were heroic. You have my thanks. Impa's so cool. Oh, well, you know, just glad I could make myself useful. I'm happy things turned out okay. Let's see. Ego ga, hanasemasu. Hajimemashite. Tatsu-kun. Tatsu-chan. Hey, so things look pretty sewn up here. What do you say, guys? Ready to head back to our own time? Oh, what else? Mali-chan. Chidori neko. Kawaii. Kawaii neko-chan. Granny was really worried about you two. We don't want to keep the old girl in suspense too long. Oh wait, it's Fee. Hold on. Fee-chan. Highly at your grace, or perhaps we prefer Zelda. It pleases me to know you are safe. Master, I must speak with you. Okay. Oh, wait, no. But yeah. Master Citizen, you have successfully protected the goddess reborn and defeated Demise, fulfilling your role as the hero of legend. My purpose here is complete. Therefore, I ask you to dissolve our arrangement as master and servant. Drive the sword into the pedestal before you, and I will return to the sword to enter a sleep without end. Oh yeah, Master, you have achieved the purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Please set the sword in the pedestal and bring the goddess's mission to an end. Now, Master, it is time to conclude our necessary companionship. Yeah, it's like... Stop it. So yeah, like the sword and the shield, kind of go together, and like he doesn't have to have it anymore. But does that mean for like all time for all the other Zelda, the Legend of Zelda games, Fi is inside the sword as well as a part of who we know Demise in this one, but Ganon and the rest of them, or Ganondorf in some iterations. Part of him is in the Master Sword. Is that why the hero and the goddess, and the part of the goddess always like resurface, because there's always a piece of him in the Master Sword? And if that like escapes, that's why you have to get the Master Sword and shield. But you have to find, like, you gain the shield. Citizen. Citizen, hear me. My purpose was to obey the command of the goddess and lead you, the chosen hero of this land, on your quest. When I first awoke and began this task, I perceived it as merely serving my function as the servant to her grace. However, I have come to consider the information corresponding to our time together among the most precious data I have on record. Aww. Friend. Best friend. I do not have the capability to fully understand the human spirit, citizen. But now, at the end of my journey with you, as I prepare to sleep within the Master Sword forever, I experience a feeling I am unable to identify. I lack sufficient data to be sure of my conclusion, but I believe the feeling correlates closest to what you people call happiness. Aww. Our partnership is at an end, and even as we speak, I feel my consciousness fading away. Before I enter the sleep that calls me to the sword, I wish to relay to you the words that I recorded many times over the course of our journey. Many have said them to you thus far, but now I wish to say them for myself. Thank you, Master, Citizen. Aww. May we meet again in another life. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh. But that is true. It's like, he will always have the sword, and so Fi will always be with him. Now, like, we have iterations of a companion. We have Fi in this one. We have Navi. What? Impa? Why? Come with us. Zelda, your grace, you possess the memories of the goddess. You must understand why that is not possible. I am a being of this age. My place is here. I know that, but you must return to your own time. I will take care of the gate once you have passed through. I can't do that. You and I have been through so much together. I don't want to leave you alone. Please, Impa, come back with us. Zelda, at the command of the goddess, I passed through the gate of time. I did so to protect you and aid the fight to prevent the world's destruction. The last remnants of Demise are decaying slowly within the sword. Someone must stay behind to watch over this blade. The spirit must not reawaken. He must never be allowed to threaten the world again. Well, we all know how that turned out. This is the nature of the task given to my tribe. The Sheikah tribe. As a member of the Sheikah, the goddess's chosen guardians, I gladly welcome this duty. If I ever get another copy of Breath of the Wild, I will play it. Zelda, I shall watch over the Triforce. Its power is too great to leave in the grasp of man. Dependence on its might is an invitation to disaster. When it has served its purpose, it must be secreted away to lie dormant once again, the knowledge of its existence hidden from mortal history. These are the words the goddess spoke to me long ago. I remember them well, as do you, I'm sure. Love people. I know my battery's dying. Because even though, like, she's the goddess, you know, she's still human and she still has feelings and wants to convey them. Do not despair, Zelda. You and I will surely meet again someday. Yeah, several times, actually. I invite you all to go see, to go find on YouTube this ending right here, because just the music, the score, everything about this game is so beautiful and lovely. Hey, Granny! It's Impa! Yeah! I knew it. It's old Impa. She stayed so long. Look at them boys just like going on and on. And she's like, this is my friend. See? I told you we'd meet again. Aww. This is not my favorite iteration of Zelda. My favorite one is actually Twilight Princess. I like the way she looks in that game. Oh no! She did what she had to do, and now she's gone. It's so sad. She waited. Oh, poor Groose. Impa, thank you. Thank you for everything. And there's the sword. Now that the temple is whole again, you know, it can. People can probably start. Now that the Demise is gone, people can start living on the surface again. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, this was fun. Frustrating, but fun. As is common in Zelda games, where it's frustrating but fun. It's rewarding. There you go. Thank you, Taz. It's a great way to put it. It's rewarding. Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword. There it is. End credits, and the song here is the actual dun da 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 da. It's that song. Rewarding and fun. It is fun. It is obviously there's so much more we could have done. Could have gotten could have made Batro a human. We've done all the gratitude crystals, gotten all the heart pieces, stuff like that. And believe me, as a completionist, my little completionist heart wanted to do it like so much. But this is cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're gonna watch the credits because this is her journey after she falls down out of the sky off of her loft wing. So yeah, she found Our Impa found her, and then kind of started her on her journey, and that's how it has. It's been very much a journey, so for sure. Um, Suko, if you are in chat, I've got a question to ask you in Discord uh, after stream. But yeah, so this is just it's her journey and what she went through, and while we were running around and doing all this other stuff, and because she didn't have a weapon, she just had her heart. Oh, and that's where she gets captured. Yeah, yeah. It's just about tomorrow. Are you free? Around 5 hours ago. I know that's a weird question to ask. Oh, this is where she meets Impa and goes to the Temple of Time. It's where she remembers who she is. Yeah, yeah. So like 2 hours ago, or like 5 hours ago, would have been 2 o'clock in the afternoon for me. I don't know what 5 hours ago was for you. Yeah. It's so cool. You get to revisit and see all the places and things. It's so much fun. This was fun. Again, there's a ton to do, a ton of other story that you can get involved in with the gratitude crystals, and you can get the bigger wallet. There's another pouch update, or yeah, adventure pouch. Um, there's you can upgrade all the shields to be the best they can be, um, which is good in some cases. And all the goddess cubes. You can go like searching for all the goddess cubes and get all that fun stuff. Your inventory gets really full really quickly, and you have to go visit the item shop a lot. But that makes you visit her, and so she does the thing. Oh, and you can get a heart piece from doing the sword stuff. There's a whole other bit with the pumpkin people, pumpkin patch people. Um, I've done a completionist run. It's been years. I think like 10 years. Yeah, yeah, because this is the 35th anniversary. Um, this year, yes, it's been 10 years since I picked this game up, so I forgot a lot about what happens at the end. So yeah, the HD version is gorgeous. It is absolutely beautiful. I just was not going to spend $70. It's been 10 years since I played this game. You sort of free. Ah, I see. Well, I'll ask you. Like I said, once stream is over, I'll fill you in. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and we're getting this. I know it's short stream, but I've had a week. I have had one doozy of a week, and um it's been rough. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Doing, having all this stuff is, having all the stuff I've had go on, and a lot in my personal life has just been rough. So, and there's a Master Sword. Yay! Yeah. No, 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 dude. Happy stuff. All good. Everything is good. All is well. Actually, Taz probably knows what I'm talking about more though, so than anything. So Taz can probably fill you in. But yeah, there's the Triforce. Dude, my week has been ugh. From having to coordinate rides to go to and from work because of my car in general. But happy times are ahead because I'm paying off my car next month, and I'll be debt free, which is amazing. Thank you, Nintendo. Appreciate you. Big preach. Aw, she gonna see her dad again. Yeah. Oh, and there's our loft wing. Everyone came down. That's fantastic. Oh, there's all his friends. Oh, and there we are. That's fun. All right, thank you, Taz. Ugh. I like Groot's Loftwing. I prefer, like, I'm not so much for the hairstyle of the bird, but I like the color, actually, of Groot's Loftwing a lot better. It's my inner goth child coming out. She looks so sad. Hopefully she'll be happy. Look around us. As a child, I always dreamed of a world below. I wanted to see the surface with my own eyes and feel the land's warm breeze on my skin. I think I want to live here. Yeah, I always want to feel solid ground beneath my feet. See the clouds above my head and watch over the Triforce. What about you? We're gonna stay with her because what will you do now? Wahoo! Wow! The end. Yay! We did it! We made it to the end. Finally! uh, go us. And with my battery dying, obviously. Oh, it's a You can play again in hero mode using the save data. Your progress up to this point will be deleted. Oh, no, thank you. Save. No. I guess don't save them. I guess we can do it and like play in hero mode now. Yay! Oh my gosh, we did it. Excitement. All of the excitement. Ugh. Well, geez. I don't really know what to do. We're planning on doing something. Okay, so if you're watching this in the future on YouTube or Twitch in general, thank you for making it to the end. I know it took me 3 days to beat Ganon, but we finally did it. This is gonna go through another whole introduction, which is fine. But tomorrow, because this is where I'm gonna end stream because I need to eat one. I need to eat one, and two, I've got to just I have to clean. My house is a wreck. I've let it kind of go a little bit. Um, but tomorrow is Fear Friday, and I'm trying to get something special going on tomorrow. Hopefully, we can get it working. Maybe a stream later than normal, which is it's fine because we'll have to uh, get all the hiccups out of the works and all the gunk out of the gears and see if it all works. But if it's all working and we can get everyone, if I can corral the cats, which I don't really have point of reference for because my cats tend to just kind of herd themselves to wherever I am. So if we can herd the cats, we will. Oh, look, it's all our friends. We will be able to do something fun tomorrow. I have a backup if everything falls apart, so no big deal. But next week, oh boy, next week, we'll start our ever. I've been patiently waiting for this. So yesterday was the first day of fall, and so next week we'll start our Spooktober days. I know October isn't until next Friday, a week from tomorrow, but I feel like if we just go ahead and start, then then I'll have time to get all the scary games in. So just so you know, from next Monday to the end of October, and probably if I have to finish up games in November, that's fine too. But all of October, every game we play is going to have some type of scary element to it. Even if it's an RPG or a story-based game, it's going to have a scary component to it because we like spooks in this game. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. You guys have been wonderful and supportive. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hi YouTube. Leave a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. You'll get notifications whenever videos go up. If you're watching this on Twitch, hit that follow button. You'll get notifications of when I go live, and you'll see me absolutely scare the pants off myself for the next month and a half. So, yeah, and come hang out with us in the Discord. That's always a fun time in there. We talk about crazy things. We're crazy people. Not really. We're just fun to be around. I thank you guys so much again for being here. And as always, have a great day, night, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Have a great one. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with something special. And until then, I'll see you later. Bye.